Hi, this is Susan of Inner Wisdom Healing Arts. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an energy medicine practitioner and a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. Today I'm sharing a quantum healing hypnosis session with you with permission by the client. She gave me permission to share her whole session because it was just a powerful healing experience for her, and her hope was that other people would realize the potential that they have for healing. So I'm really grateful that she gave me this opportunity to share it with you. Now, what you will find is any time during the session that I've used her name or anybody else's name in her life, that I blank it out. I edited it out. So you'll hear just a little blank, but I maintain the content. So that's what that'll be about. So she experienced one past life in Middle America, and everything that you experience in a quantum healing hypnosis session is what your higher self wants you to know, to see and know about. It's always relevant to the present moment. That's our intention going into it. It's not being shown for your entertainment, even though a lot of times it's really interesting. It's always relevant to why you've come. Sometimes it may surprise you. Maybe you thought you were coming for one reason, but it's information that the higher self wants you to have. So the life that she is shown, she's on a farm. You see her she starts out as a young child. Her mother isn't in the picture, but in spite of that, she really has a very good life. And her higher self later on, when we're just talking to the higher self, explains that this was really a vacation life for her. And the higher self wanted her to see it for several reasons. One, it explains that she's lived many challenging lives. This is a soul that's been around for many lives and has worked through a lot. She did have that life to experience an easy life. It was a vacation life. But it's really, and it's interesting. There's other information. I don't want to tell it all to you. I want you to hear it. And then after we leave that past life, she goes to this current life. And you will hear her say a couple times, I think she says it at least twice, that she was kind of like her ego was questioning. She was following the flow of information, because when you're in a session, you just need to trust what's coming through and how it's coming through. So you will hear a little bit of hesitation sometimes, going, well, she even says, well, I know this life really well. And then she trusts it and goes with it. So that's interesting too. But everything that she revisited in this lifetime is relevant. It is relevant. It has information for her, and you'll see how that unfolds also. And it goes with her questions. So after that point, we go to talk directly to the higher self, to ask questions and to receive healing. And you can hear a shift in her voice to one, when the higher self is speaking through her, it speaks with great confidence. She has a really good connection with her higher self, and there's a lot of confidence and the higher self is referring to the client as her. So she's not referring to herself. She's the higher self is speaking through her. So I just wanted to point that out so you can listen for it, because otherwise you might miss it. But yeah, it was really clear, and I could hear the confident connection with the higher self. So that was great. You will hear the higher self answer questions about relationship, her career, karma, some housing questions that she has. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, you can feel free to, comment down below, and definitely get your own sessions scheduled. They're really wonderful experiences for healing. So enjoy. Thanks for joining me.
I think I see dry farmland.
You see dry farmland?
Yeah, like somewhere in the middle of America.
Okay. And what makes you think it's dry?
It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. And it's got, looking down at the dirt, you can see that it's cracked and dry, and there's no moisture. And it's dusty. And the air is dry.
Okay. Is there anything growing?
No.
Nothing's growing. But you know it's farmland.
Yeah.
Good. Now I'd like you to look down. Do you see your feet?
Maybe.
Can you tell me what you see?
I can't quite see my feet. I think I might be wearing a dress.
Okay, so it must be very long. What, can you see what color the dress is?
I think it's red and white checkered, like gingham.
And does it feel like you have shoes on?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it feels like you're in bare feet. Does this body feel young or old?
Young.
And do you have anything on your head?
No.
Can you tell me about your hair?
It's blonde. And it's in braids.
And it's in braids, okay. So is it very long?
Yes.
Good. So what are you doing out in the field?
I'm looking at the land. I am sad because nothing's growing, not even grass.
Oh, okay. Do you live close by?
I live on the land.
You live on the land with your family?
Yes.
Okay. And you came out to look at this. So why don't we go ahead and move forward and go to the outside of your home. So you're standing outside of your home. Can you tell me what you see?
It's a log cabin, kind of. It's small, but it's comfortable.
And what's going on outside of the cabin? Is there any activity?
Not that I can see. I don't know where my mother is, but I know my father lives with me.
Okay. Are there any animals around?
I think so. Just some small ones, like chickens and pigs.
Okay.
I don't think we can have cattle because of the weather.
Oh, okay.
There's not enough food.
Yes. Would you like to go into the cabin?
Okay.
Okay, why don't you go in and tell me what you see?
It's a room, a large room.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stone, I think, fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a red carpet on the floor.
Is that in front of the fireplace?
Yes.
Okay.
There's some chairs, and it's very rustic. It's old. I can't tell. I don't think that the lights are electric. I think it's oil.
Mm-hmm. You have oil
I
lamps?
believe so.
Okay. Are there any windows in the cabin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what's covering the windows?
Looks like there are some, like, sheer, maybe, or just light curtains that are pulled back.
Mm-hmm.
And there are wooden, I guess, shutters
Okay.
that you can open and close them.
Okay. And what about the floor of the cabin? What is it made out of?
Wood.
Wood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this a one-room cabin, or are there other rooms?
I think it's only one room.
Mm-hmm.
To the right is the kitchen area, I think, or dining area.
Mm-hmm.
But the fireplace where things get cooked is in the middle, towards the back of the room.
Okay.
And I think there's a bath, like a inside bath, not like a bathroom, like, you know, like a pot or something.
Like a private area.
Yeah, and it's, I think, covered maybe with a divider or something in the corner, right hand side. And I think there's a rocking chair with a blanket hanging over, and someone's knitting material, like knitting needles in a basket and yarn on that rocking chair. I don't know whose it is.
Okay. And what about where do you sleep?
I think we sleep on the floor.
Okay. On the wood floor?
No, there are little beds that don't have frames, but they're made out of straw.
Okay.
And they've got a piece of fabric over them.
Okay.
Like a sheet.
To contain the straw?
Yeah. And they're in the corner of the room on the left-hand side.
Okay.
There's only two. So I think it's just me and my father.
Okay. So is it possible those that knitting might be yours?
Possibly. I'm getting the impression that it's my grandmother's, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she lives here or if she's just here visiting.
Okay.
Maybe she lives on another cabin in the property.
Okay. So she may live close by.
It's a large property with many, many acres.
Oh. Okay.
I think
so this dry weather must be pretty stressful then.
Yeah. I think we were poor and we came here during when they were giving away plots of land.
Okay. And you're not sure where your mother is?
I don't think she's... No, I don't... I know she's not here. I know she's not around.
Okay.
Maybe she died.
Okay. So let's go ahead and move forward to dinner time, or a meal where everybody gathers. So we've gone ahead and moved forward.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell me what you see?
Yes. My grandmother is there.
Okay.
We're having stew that was made on the fire. It's got potatoes and vegetables and It's got a little bit of pork. We try to conserve the pigs because that's our only source of meat, since we can't keep cattle anymore because of the dryness of the land.
Mm-hmm.
We can't grow grass, and the cows would have nothing to eat.
Right. Okay. So, how is the atmosphere there at the table?
It's comfortable.
It is. You're comfortable there.
My family is nice.
They're nice. Good. Can you tell me maybe a little more about your father?
He works hard.
Mm-hmm.
He's lonely since my mom is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He wears a hat, and he's tall and thin, and he wears overalls. I think he's got brown hair and a beard.
Mm.
He's a quiet man and wise. He works very hard to make sure that we have everything we do.
Hmm. And your grandmother is your grandmother, is that your father's mother? Or
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me about her.
She's not quite heavyset, but a little chubby.
Mm-hmm.
She's got long gray hair that she keeps back in a bun, and she wears a shawl and a long skirt, and she knits and sort of takes the place of my mom.
Okay.
Not in a weird way. Not in a. There doesn't seem to be any familial discord.
Yeah.
It's just empty because my mother's not here.
Yeah. Okay. That's beautiful.
Somehow we're able to have enough food and enough money, even though the crops aren't growing.
Mm-hmm. You're managing.
Yeah. My father's a smart man, and he does other things to provide for us.
Oh. Good. So you feel safe here.
I do.
Beautiful. So let's go ahead and leave that scene, and we're going to move forward. Something important is happening. So we've moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
We're out in the town.
Mm-hmm.
On like a public field or park of some kind.
Oh, uh-huh.
There's some sort of celebration, and I'm in a fancier dress than normal.
Oh. Do you know what the celebration's about?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has something to do with someone important in the town.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's being celebrated or given an award, and they did something important, and we're celebrating them.
Oh, okay. So are you a little older now?
A little bit, maybe a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still young.
Okay. And how are you feeling on this day?
I'm feeling excited, and like I think I meet a husband today.
Oh, for a husband for yourself?
For myself, yeah. I think the man they're celebrating will be my husband.
Oh. How are you feeling about this?
I'm excited. I don't know he's going to be my husband yet, but I'm excited to meet him, and he's handsome.
Oh. Nice.
He did something important, and my father has wanted me to get married to a good man, and was worried that I would just want to stay home and take care of him because my mom's not there.
Oh. He's really looking out for you.
Yeah, he wants me to go off and have my own family.
Oh. That's nice. Good. Now let's leave that scene and let's move forward to an important day, a day that you consider to be important when something's happening. So we've moved forward. What is happening? What do you see?
I'm going to give birth to a child.
Aha. And did you marry the man that you
Yes.
met that day?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. Is this your first child?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling?
Scared.
Are you scared?
Excited.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people die in birth. Maybe that's how my mother died.
Okay. Okay. And who's around you?
My husband and my father and my grandmother and a couple other women.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to help deliver the baby.
Oh, good. Good. So, are you, did you and your husband move into a different home? Or are you in your father's home? Where are you?
We have our own home.
Mm-hmm.
I think my husband built it on our land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my husband and father built the house together. It's bigger than the original cabin, and we have more rooms, and it's considered fine given the times.
Mm.
My husband had some family money.
Okay. Nice. Beautiful. So, it sounds like everything's going really well.
Yeah.
Nice. Now let's leave that scene, and we're going to drift and float forward to an important day, a day that you consider to be important when something's happening. What's happening? What do you see?
I'm an older woman now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm old, but older for the time.
Mm-hmm. And children? Do you just have the one child or more?
No, I have many.
You have many children.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Today, one of them is, something's happening to one of them.
Something is happening?
Yeah, they think they're moving on in some way. They're moving to the next phase of life or the next place in life.
Are they getting married? Is that what that means?
I don't think so. I think my child is moving away and maybe going to pursue a schooling or an apprenticeship of some sort.
So he's really becoming an adult.
Yeah, going to like a more populated area, city or something, and learning from someone who will teach him his craft.
Okay. Do you know what his craft is?
I want to say has something to do with carpentry, but I think he does more things than that. I think at the time the men are more well-rounded and they have multiple skills that they learn.
Mm-hmm.
But predominantly it's carpentry.
Okay. Okay.
He's going to do more than that though.
Mm-hmm. So is this a happy day?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also interested in becoming a doctor.
Oh, wow.
But that's not why he's going out
Okay.
right now.
So that might be something that he pursues in the future.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Or at the very least, that's his dream.
Yes. And is your husband around?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's older too.
Mm-hmm.
We're very happy and proud of our son.
So it sounds like you really have a good life together.
Yes.
Yes. What do you do with your days?
Well, when I was younger, I cared for the children and I would teach them everything they needed to know and care for the house and help work on the farm. It looks like times have gotten better. The weather, it rained more and now things grow.
Oh, wonderful.
I have a few daughters who still live at my house and they're very beautiful young women. They remind me of the book, like the girls like in Jane Austen or something.
Yeah.
Jane
Oh.
Austen books, whatever.
Oh.
You know, those stories, they sit around and they talk about the men of the town, and they sew and they read and they gossip, and I look at them and I think how nice it is.
Yeah. You have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Is your father still around?
No.
No, he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously your grandmother had passed.
Right.
Yeah.
My father lived a long life, though. He died very old for the time.
Wow, that's wonderful. Let's go ahead and leave that scene, and let's move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. So we've now moved forward. What's happening?
My husband is dying.
Oh. What's wrong? Why is he dying?
I don't know.
Is he sick? Yeah.
It's not a virus or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with him. I love him very much.
Yeah. Are there others with you?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, you just care about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a doctor or anyone around to help?
The doctor's an idiot.
Oh,
He doesn't know what he's doing. I wish my son was here. He's on his way, but he hasn't arrived yet, and I'm afraid he won't see him before he dies.
Oh. Is he in your home?
My husband?
Yeah.
Yes, he's in our bed.
Yeah, this is really hard. Yeah. Let's go ahead and leave that scene, and let's move forward to an important day. A day when something important is happening. We've moved forward. What is happening?
It's the day I die.
Okay, tell me about that. Tell me where you are and what's happening.
I feel incredible peace. I'm happy to be almost reunited with my husband again.
Oh. Is it very long after your husband had passed?
No.
No. Are you sick or?
No.
No, you're just ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone around you?
My daughters and my son who came to see his father. They're sad, but I know it's my time to go.
Good. Good. So, now whatever has happened has already happened. And you're on the other side of it. From that position, you can look back on the entire life and see it from a different perspective. So every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
I was very blessed in that life and didn't struggle.
Yeah.
I learned, though, that there are the types of people like my father and my husband who are very important, and they are not famous in any means, but they are wise and they work hard and they do what they're supposed to do and take care of their families, and those are the type of people that make the world go round. They are what's considered the best good.
Oh, that's beautiful. What do you think the purpose of that lifetime was?
My husband and I were connected on the other side.
Okay, on the soul, a soul connection?
Yes. He is now.
Okay. And you had planned to be together in that lifetime?
Yes.
Okay.
We have been together in many lifetimes.
So what was the purpose of incarnating in that life? What did you want to experience?
It was a life that both he and I were able to experience great fortune and comfort. We had not experienced that in previous lives. We were always, at least I, had always been poor or had to struggle, and many lives I did not live to that old age.
Oh. Yeah, so in this one you really lived a long, full life.
Yes. It was like a vacation life.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. So we're going to move away from that scene, leaving the person there to continue on their own path. And you can move either forward or back to find another appropriate time and place that has information that you need. You are now at another time and another place. What do you see?
I see my life now.
And tell me what you see in this life. Where are you in this life?
I'm in my backyard.
And are you age-wise?
I'm a child.
You're a child. About how young are you?
6.
Okay. And what are you doing in the backyard?
I'm playing. I'm looking out at our pool.
Is there something that you're thinking about?
I'm just thinking how pretty it is.
And are you out there by yourself?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Happy. But always a little bit sad.
Can you tell me about the sadness?
I know things aren't good in my family. I'm a very happy child, but there's always this little bit of sadness in me because I know that I'm missing something.
You know that what?
I'm missing something.
You're missing something. Okay. Now let's go ahead and leave that scene and let's move forward to an important day. A day you consider to be important when something is happening. So we've moved forward. What is happening?
I'm worried that because I know this life I'm picking things, but I'll just try to go with it.
Yeah.
I am going to receive an award today.
You're going to you're receiving an award.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
It's an award for a story I wrote. I love to write, and I wrote a story for school, my high school. I'm a freshman.
Oh, you're a freshman in high school.
And my teacher submitted my story to the paper, and I am winning the state championship competition of it.
Oh, so how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very happy and proud of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I love reading, and I am starting to realize now that I would like to be a writer.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting. And is this award happening during a school event?
No, it's at the Forum in Harrisburg, and it's on a weekend.
Okay.
And hundreds and hundreds of people are there. There's winners in multiple categories.
And what category was yours in?
What was it? It's not quite nonfiction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a story based off of something real, I guess, if that makes sense.
Oh,
I forget.
okay. Mm-hmm.
But I'm winning a particular award in that. I'm the American Voices Award.
Oh, wow. Is who's there with you?
My mother and my father.
Mm-hmm. And how are they feeling?
They're excited, but they don't really care. They think that this is just a distraction for me.
Oh. Why do they think it's a distraction?
Because they don't think that it's possible to make a career as a writer, and they don't think that writing is important.
Okay. How does that make you feel?
Disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's go ahead and leave that scene, and let's move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. So we've moved forward to an important day. What is happening?
I'm graduating high school.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it. What's happening around you?
I'm outside of my pool house and getting ready for the evening.
Mm-hmm. So the graduation ceremony already happened?
No, it's going to happen later tonight.
Oh, okay. And what are you doing outside the pool house?
I'm in it smoking pot.
Oh, okay.
I'm disappointed in my experience in my senior year.
Oh, what happened?
I almost didn't graduate because even though I was always an amazing student and in all the clubs and sports, and my senior year I got pregnant and I lost the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thought that I had an abortion, and I went to Catholic school, so nobody would talk to me the entire rest of the year.
Oh.
It threw me into a deep depression, and I barely would attend school. My GPA dropped seriously. I felt like an outcast, and I just became completely disenchanted with how the people of the church are. They're supposed to be compassionate and forgiving, and they don't understand those things.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like they didn't even take the time to talk to you about it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm very alone.
Yeah. Now let's go ahead and leave that scene, and let's move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We've moved forward. What is happening?
I'm gonna have...
Oh, so tell me what's happening right now.
I'm at the hospital and I'm waiting for them to bring me back into the operating room. he's breached, so we had to have a C-section.
Okay. How are you feeling?
Really good, because he's the baby that I lost.
Oh. Okay. Do you know why you lost him in the first place then, and why
It
he's
just wasn't
coming?
the right time.
It wasn't the right time. Okay. Okay.
But now I feel whole again.
Yeah.
I was lost and so sad for so long.
Mm-hmm.
He's meant to be mine.
He was meant to be yours. Yes. Have you been connected with this soul in other lifetimes?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Is there anyone else at the hospital with you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and my stepfather are there.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We've moved forward. What is happening?
I feel silly because I don't want to be making something up, but I think I'm graduating.
Graduating nursing school?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What does that feel like?
I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah. Can you tell me what's happening around you?
Well, we're finally back to being in person. Graduation ceremonies, and there's a lot of people around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a happy day?
It's a very happy day. I feel extremely vindicated.
Mm-hmm. And who's there? Is there anyone there with you?
Yeah, my mom, and I think my dad's there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how.
But you see him there.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's just trust that. Good. So it feels like a wonderful day. Good.
I still have more to do.
Hmm?
I still have more to do.
You still have more to do. Yes, you do. Now let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving that, knowing that you're on your own journey and that everything is working out as it's supposed to, letting it go. And we're asking to speak to the higher self. Do I have permission to speak to this higher self? Do we have permission to speak to the higher self?
Yes.
Good. Well, we respect the power of the higher self. And we know the higher self takes good care, does a very good job of it. And the higher self has the records of everything that has ever happened in this lifetime and all other lifetimes that she's ever lived. So we have great respect for the higher self. And I know the higher self could have brought forth many different lifetimes for us to see today. So you chose to bring forward the first lifetime for her to see, back on the farm. And I'd just like to go over again why you chose that lifetime to see today? How is that relevant? What did she need to see that for?
It's a mirror.
Is a mirror for, can you tell us more?
She wants to get back to that life, and she will do so in this life.
Okay. Yes. And she is with?
Yes.
Okay. So, is she meant to be with Risha in this lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. Good. She did have questions about their relationship, and she wanted to make sure he's the right partner, so they had plans on being together again in this life.
Yes. They've been together in many lives, and they will continue to be.
Okay. Well, she's hoping to better understand him in this life and to improve the relationship. They had some really rough times. How can she move forward and improve on what they have?
She needs to realize that this is just a karmic cycle ending. They've been through many lives, and in past lives she has hurt him.
Oh. Okay. So it sounds like maybe it was a karmic debt?
Yes.
Okay. And that's completed with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Now they can move forward.
And now they can move forward. Okay. So the best way for her to, are you saying the best way for her to approach that is just to let the past go?
Yes. He loves her. She needs to stop doubting that.
Okay. Yeah, because there was another woman involved.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
She has done the same thing to him.
Ah. Okay.
Not in this life, but in others.
So does that mean sometimes she's not sure if she gets these feelings, and she's not sure whether it's intuition or trauma from the past?
Yeah, it's just trauma. She doesn't have to worry about anything.
So if something comes up in the future, what should she remind herself that?
He felt deep shame for what happened, and it honestly hurt him more than it hurt her.
With what happened in this lifetime?
Yes. He is disgusted and extremely ashamed of his actions. That is not who he is. He had to basically pay her back for how she had hurt him in previous lives.
Okay. So that will be a good reminder for her. Is there anything else she needs to know about her relationship with at this time?
She needs to remember that still waters run deep, I guess you could say.
Can you tell me more about that? Is that in concern?
Yes, he will never be as vocal about his emotions as she is. He will never. He'll have little glimpses of times where he'll feel comfortable enough to share, but he won't speak about those things because they're private for him. He values them, so they're close to his heart, and he won't share them, even with her. He loves her deeply, and she will never truly understand how deep his feelings run.
Oh.
She thinks that you can only the people that talk about their feelings are that depth, have that emotional depth, and that's not the case. He has a lot of emotion.
How does he tend to show his love?
Acts, physical, touch. He does things for her.
That's how he expresses himself.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that will be good for her to remember. Beautiful. Well, she has a number of questions. While we're on relationship, why did she choose the parent she did in this lifetime?
They had certain genetic material that she needed to become who she is.
Oh, can you tell me more about that?
Their abilities, their knowledge, certain traits and characteristics that made them up make her up.
Oh.
And she would not be able to achieve the things she achieves and do the things that she does without these genetic traits as well.
Okay. That makes sense. What about, they do have some negative traits?
Yes.
And what can you tell us about those parts? Did inherit those also?
No. They're rather not young souls, but undeveloped souls, and they're on their own journey. After this lifetime, they will be able to see how they were, and they will change going forward. They have a lot to learn in this life.
Okay.
Prepared because her soul is more advanced.
She's been around many lifetimes?
Many lifetimes.
Yeah. Can you tell her anything more about all the lifetimes that she's had? I mean,
she has experienced much suffering, which is why I showed her the life today that I showed.
Oh.
It was a good one of the few peaceful, happy ones. She needs to know that her time here has been fruitful and her soul is advanced because of the struggles.
Oh, because of the struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that why, I mean, she really struggled early on in this lifetime also.
Yes.
Was that part of her lessons? And
yes.
Okay.
She is getting towards the end of her need to come to the earth.
Oh, she may not have to incarnate too many more times. Is that what you mean?
Yes, she might choose to, but not because she needs any more advancement.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know she has a desire to be the best possible mother she can be. Can you tell her more about being a mother in this lifetime?
She will be a very good mother. Her son picked her because he will do important things, and he needed the best possible vehicle with which to go through to achieve the things that he is going to achieve.
Okay, so she will be able to support him in his achievements.
Yes, and he will be very important. She will give him all the tools that he needs to be successful.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is there a possibility of having more children?
I don't see her having more children.
Okay.
She wants to, but and not in this lifetime.
Okay. Can you tell her more about her relationships and creating some really good, solid connections?
Throughout her life, many people will come and go. She has a light that people are drawn to. But when they get too close, it becomes too bright. And it shines on their dimness. She is meant to be alone most of the time. Not in the sense that she won't have family and a partner around her and friends, but her journey is her own.
Okay.
It's not meant to... Her friendships will be enjoyable for her, but she doesn't need them to achieve what she needs to achieve.
Okay. That's not a big focus. So what I hear you saying is maybe she needs to not worry about that so much.
Yeah. Take the pressure off of needing those friendships. She can be perfectly happy with the couple of people that she knows that have been supportive of her and have proved themselves, and then everyone else can just be acquaintances. She enjoys talking and she enjoys rhetoric. She can go anywhere and talk to anybody.
Okay. Good. So let's from there, let's go to her career. Can you tell her more about where her career is going, where you want her career to go, her purpose for being here?
Her purpose definitely has to do with her career.
Okay, can you tell her more?
She's now finally on her correct path.
Nursing?
Yes. She's meant to be a healer.
Is that a natural ability she already has?
Yes. She has it's a gift from the spirit.
And there are many ways to do healing. Why nursing?
She will use her nursing degree and parlay it into becoming a doctor, effectively. Maybe even a doctor of nursing. She has a unique perspective on how modern medicine is failing insofar it doesn't care for the whole person.
Right.
She looks at the physical fitness, the mental fitness, the spiritual fitness, the self-care the person needs. There are holistic methods and non-traditional medical practices that she believes should come together with more standard medical practices of today and be able to effectively treat the whole person, and she will be successful in this. This is something that people will take notice of. She will incorporate holistic and non-traditional methods with the advanced medicines of today.
Oh, that's exciting. So
Yes.
It sounds like she's going to continue her education.
Yes.
And is that in the form of nurse practitioner or even larger?
She will deliver children, but she will be called a doctor.
Okay.
Possibly a doctor of nursing.
Okay. Very good. That sounds exciting.
That is her purpose here. She will touch many lives and heal people and bring new souls onto the earth.
Okay. Wonderful. So from the spiritual end of it, she would like to feel or know a deeper connection with her guides, possibly even meet them. I know she has a connection, but I think how could she deepen that connection, that relationship?
She needs to spend more time devoted to that particular part of herself.
How would she do that?
This is a good start.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to actually work at it and
dedicate some time.
Yes. They're there for her whenever she wants, but she needs to actually set aside time in her day to communicate with these people.
Maybe daily?
Yeah. Whatever she feels comfortable with, but it should be frequent enough that she establishes a real relationship with them. With time and practice, she will be able to talk to whomever she pleases.
Okay. Is there a particular method of connection that could work for her?
She can get distracted during traditional meditation. They suggest physical meditation.
Like a moving meditation?
Yes. Yoga, but yoga with a guided meditation playing in the background, or an intention.
Okay.
She needs to
use
her
something
physical
to do.
body.
Yes. Okay. Good. Is there any possibility that she could actually meet her guides?
Let's see here. Yes.
And could that be now or sometime in the future?
Now.
Okay. And what do her guides want to tell her?
They want to tell her they love her and to not be afraid.
Now, when we talk about guides, is that one or is there a group?
She's got a couple, but one in particular. He's a man. I think his name is Michael.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why the Michael card always comes up in her readings with the angel.
He's trying to
card.
Communicate with her.
Yes. She always thought it was her cousin.
Okay. And it's her guide.
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything Michael wants to tell her right now? Because apparently he's been trying to make his presence known.
Yes. Just that he's always there for her and she's on the right path.
So she can talk to him anytime.
Anytime. He's always there, always listening.
And how does Michael try to communicate with her?
He will show himself in the way that she knows, with her Catholic faith, with Saint Michael.
Okay.
She always had a special relationship with the prayer and the saint, and she knew. She just didn't quite understand what she knew. That's what it is.
Oh, that's delightful. Okay. Well, good. I think she got exactly what she wanted today with that. So she also, and this kind of goes with what we've been talking about, but enhancing her psychic skills. Are there any other suggestions?
She really has to dedicate time to it. Just like anything else, she loves to research and read all about it, but she actually needs to put the time into actively doing it herself.
Right.
She loves to know all about it and not actually do it.
Practice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That's great. Yes, and you have said she already has natural healing abilities,
yes.
but she needs to use them.
Yes.
Okay. And it sounds like she is on track with realizing her soul's purpose. She is on track with
Finally.
that. Yes. Anything else you want to tell her about that journey on realizing her soul's purpose?
Just that it will be difficult at times. It will be a lot of work, and she will have to think in ways that people don't normally think, and people haven't thought before.
Okay.
The best advice for her is to try to look back, particularly with practitioners of medicine, from before our modern time of medicine, and incorporate certain things that they might have done, because yes, our technology will be of extreme help for her, but that won't really come into play as much. She will use certain things that were common knowledge in ancient times and in the past that have been forgotten. And she needs to look into that. Also, to go ahead with the business aspect of it.
Oh, tell her more about that.
So she has what she thinks is a goofy, like, childhood dream. She refers to it as, basically, she thinks that she wouldn't be capable of doing this. She believes that once she actually achieves an advanced practice provider position, which she will, but she'll be a doctor of midwifery.
Okay.
In fact, her great grandmother was one.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't know that. That's weird. There will be a place that she will create, a center, like a
birthing center?
Yes, but it'll be more than that. It'll be almost like a community center. There will be shops and gyms and different types of health services, all the way from traditional cognitive behavioral therapy to chiropractic to things like this, massage, spa services.
So this isn't just for...
It's how her purpose needs to be incorporated. She will use all parts of the health of a person to create true wellness.
Yes. Like an expanded wellness center.
Yes, and she will do this for women. There will be doctors there for pre and postnatal care, but she will set up a place that attends to the whole woman. And it'll help strengthen the sector of society that she lives in because of this. The community of mothers and women will be stronger because of this. She needs to figure out a way to do this, and more opportunities to increase her business understanding.
Okay.
This today will be incorporated in that wellness center in some capacity.
Okay. So you want her to believe in that dream.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds very important. And where is in all of this?
He'll kind of take a back seat. He's extremely impressed by everything she does. And he knows that, he could help her, but he doesn't need to. She's
quite capable.
Quite capable of doing everything herself, and she does. He likes to kind of just sit back and watch as she completely dives in the deep end of everything she gets interested in.
Good. Is her son somehow going to follow in her footsteps, or is he going to go in another direction?
It could go either way.
Okay.
He has a couple of paths that he might be able to take, but One of them could be that he pursues the medical field and becomes a doctor, but I am feeling that it's more likely that he'll do something else, although the medical field will always be of interest to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's meant to do something possibly in service to the country.
Okay.
Probably in the military, I'm getting.
Okay.
But it's his path. She will not be able to make that choice for him, and she can't access that level of well, she can't access his future.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
He could go either way.
Mm-hmm. Does she have, I think we covered this, but I'm going to ask anyhow. Does she have any other karma to work through?
So she's pretty much taking care of all the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There will be some things in regards to her life and dealing with her coming to terms with old age that she might have to deal with going forward, but she doesn't have to worry about that for a while.
Okay.
Everything big is worked off, and that's essentially why this could be her last life.
Mm-hmm.
She would never have to incarnate again, but she probably will because she loves being on Earth.
Ah, okay. So she has expressed a longing to create more peace and abundance. What can you tell her about that?
So she's currently doing some things that will help her with some of her material wealth. Her career path will be fruitful for her, to say the least. As far as the peace, that she must find within herself. And it comes back to spending time meditating, focusing on her inner understanding of the world, and maintaining a larger perspective. The events of today, while scary for her, don't have any real effect on her. And if they do, it's only to strengthen her knowledge of what her purpose is, to go against what is considered popular and right for the time, or at least what they tell you is considered correct, and find the real path, the path that humans have always known of, and knowledge that was lost with the Dark Ages and, the advent of certain controlling groups in society that want to convince people to live a certain way.
Yes. Yes. So she's here to help guide people to the truth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, a small group. It will be just the people in her immediate area where she has this place of wellness that she's going to build. It won't be a crazy impact on society, but the area that she lives in will be better off for it.
Okay. Well, that's significant.
I think so.
Yeah. As a child, she was told that she had visions of the Virgin Mary. She doesn't really remember it real clearly. Can you tell her about her, does she have a connection with the Virgin Mary? And
yes. So Mary has always watched over her. Alana is a daughter of Mary, so to speak.
Oh.
She is very special to the Virgin Mother.
Can you tell her more about that?
So it's basically like there are many powerful beings and entities, and there is a hierarchy of you know, God and spirits and everything, but it's not in the traditional way that she might think. Mary is a powerful entity, more like a goddess. She was prayed to help her mother conceive her because she wasn't able to have children. And Mary was the one who intervened on her behalf for God to basically allow her mother's soul this gift. She chose these parents, but it might not have happened if it weren't for the intervention of Mary.
Okay.
She took some very big sacrifices incarnating here. Mary always made sure that she would be safe, even when things were very hard for her.
Oh, okay. So she really has been there looking out for her.
Yes.
What about her dream of the Sacred Heart? I think she remembers having a dream of the Sacred Heart.
She was very much more able to see.
As a young child.
Yes, and people convinced her that, or at least made her believe that was not real.
Okay.
She's got a lot more psychic ability than she understands, and she ignores it because she doesn't want people to think she's crazy, and she doesn't want to think she's crazy, so she'll see things and she'll be like, oh, schizophrenia.
Okay. So, well, and here she is saying she wants to develop her psychic ability, so I guess they're kind of at odds with each other.
Well, yeah, she needs to know that it's okay. She's not crazy. She can, when she sees things out the corner of her eye and hears something and feels a strong pull.
It's really there.
It's there, and she's not crazy. She just needs to keep in mind that there's a larger picture of spirituality than what she was raised to believe.
Okay. So if she continues on this path of practicing, strengthening those skills, she can get back there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's part of her. It is part of her future that she will have open communication with her guides and anybody she wants.
Yeah, and it sounds like she does have a very special relationship with the Virgin Mary, that she may be able to deepen that relationship also.
She can always pray to Mary, and she will give her what she wants.
Okay. Good. I'd like to ask if we could do a body scan and give her a full and complete healing today. She does have some health issues because of some of the trauma she's experienced. Are you willing to do a body scan and healing today?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell me what you're finding and what you're doing to heal her today?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
She's very healthy, albeit slightly overweight.
And what can we do about the weight?
She needs to follow the program she was committed to last year.
Was there a name for it?
She just avoided things like gluten and dairy.
Okay. That would work for her.
Yes, that is the best thing for her, because part of her issue with her skin is fed by the gluten and the dairy. The parasites, whatever it is that cause the problem, they feed off of the gluten and the dairy.
Okay.
That's how they live. And she will see a marked decrease in her symptoms when she does this. It's also the easiest way for her to lose weight because she's got diabetes in her family.
Oh.
So, however, I caution away from doing anything like keto or Atkins because that is not good for her.
Okay.
She doesn't need all the fat. The balance of blood sugar will come about by the taking away of the gluten and the dairy. It will types of foods that she will eat in place of those things will have a lower impact on her blood sugar.
Okay. What about any of the, can you comment on any of the supplements that she's taking? Are those all good?
Everything that she seems to be doing is good. She researches everything to the point of annoyance. So she knows more than I'd ever care to know about any of this stuff.
Okay. Well, what about her sciatic pain and her legs going numb? Can you clear that today?
I will send energy to heal that. She is also encouraged to continue with her yoga practicing, as that will help her. And the more exercise she does, the looser that will get.
Okay.
There's been a lot of trauma done to her spine.
Yes.
And she is getting better. As far as the sciatica will go, she'll never quite ever be completely rid of it, but there are many things that she can do to help improve the situation and not be at the level of pain that she is now.
Okay. Is there any trauma that is trapped in her body that can be released?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where that is in her body? Can you?
Predominantly in the lower back and in the head.
Okay. And can you fully release that and heal it today?
Yes.
Okay. We'll let you do that. Can you tell us about what you're doing to release it?
I'm sending white healing light to those locations.
Okay.
And healing energy. And I'm laying my hands on her.
Okay.
Not physical.
Yes. What will she notice after you're complete?
So she'll have a little bit of reduction of pain, but as far as her head, she won't really realize what's going on. She has experienced great trauma to her head due to the abuse that she has gone through. There are things that they don't understand about concussions and what they can lead to. They understand them a little bit, but not enough to help anyone that deals with them. And I'm healing those things.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
It'll help her cognitive function as she gets older.
Oh, great. As you work, can you tell us any more?
What would you like to know?
Is there anything that you wish that she had asked about today that she didn't ask?
I don't think. The thing with her is that she knows. She knows. All the answers to the questions she asks are within her. She often looks for outside validation of these things, but she needs to
trust herself more. Yeah. Well, it'll be good for her to hear that. So I'm just going to let you continue to work. I thought of another question. It's like I know they've her have been looking for a home. What can you tell her about finding a home?
She needs to wait until all the craziness with what's happening in the housing market right now is over.
Okay, so that's why nothing's been.
Yeah, and it's not the right time for them.
Okay.
They'll find the place that they will live. It might not necessarily be in this state. They want a nice piece of land in a rural area, and it could possibly be in Pennsylvania, but they would have luck here or in a couple other places, like out in the Midwest area.
Oh, well, that would be interesting since you showed her a life in the Midwest.
Yeah. Although that, I believe, pretty sure that was Oklahoma or something.
Okay.
It was like the Dust Bowl area or whatever.
Okay.
But this would be more north, where it's a little colder. Not quite like Rocky Mountain area, but the states in between the Great Lakes and that, whatever those are.
Okay. Well, and obviously then it has to be someplace that would be good for her to start this business.
Right. She won't have a problem. The areas that she'll go to, while rural, they'll be populated enough that they'll have the ability to create these things. But it'll just be best for her to be out as far out in nature as she possibly can be. She doesn't need the influence of other less advanced souls. She is, especially if she wants to develop any psychic abilities, if she wants to get in touch with her higher self more frequently, she needs to be as far away from all those things as possible. And she'll find much peace by being out in nature.
Yeah.
She is very airy and flighty, and she needs to be grounded.
Okay. So walking in nature would probably be really good.
Yes.
Okay.
Which she likes to do now, but she just doesn't take the time to do it as much as she should.
Okay.
So living out in it will force her to do so.
Yeah. Good. How are you doing with the healing?
Good. Good. I'm finished now.
You're finished? Wonderful. Oh my gosh. This has been a really great session. So we want to thank you. So